Hey, what's going on guys? Chad here with Greenlight Shooting, and welcome to this new video on the top 5 best 380 handguns in my opinion. So today we are at Discount Guns and Ammo near Salt Lake City, Utah. These guys have been awesome in helping me out. They've been very willing and just genuinely nice guys. So big shout out to Discount Guns and Ammo. There is a link to their website down below if you're interested, as well as any of the guns that we talk about in these videos. There will be links to their online store as well. So you can check out a little more details as well as purchase them if that's something you're interested in. So let's get into this. We've got a lot of information to cover today. We've got top 5 best 380 handguns. In my opinion, we're talking about a big spectrum here. We're going from kind of more entry-level, lower, inexpensive stuff up to some pretty expensive, really high quality stuff. We're going, really light, really small, up to a little more, solid construction, stuff like that. So let's just dive in, and I'm gonna try and keep this video relatively short, just kind of give you guys my pros and cons on each of the guns, and then if it's something you're further interested in, we can do specific reviews on the guns, or you guys can check out some Google stuff as well. So let's just dive in. First up, on the more entry-level area, we're talking about the Ruger LCP. So everything isn't chambered in 380 like I was saying. You can see it is very small. It is very slim, and it is very light. It's a polymer frame gun, so it's not stainless steel. It's very light. The magazine holds 6 rounds. You can get one in the chamber, so you can get a total of 7 rounds in this thing. So it's very concealable. You can put this in your pocket. You can get an ankle holster. You can do whatever you want, and this thing is that's the big pro on this thing, right? Is it's very concealable. It's so light that you can carry it around with you all day and not have to worry about it. The downside to this gun is the trigger. So the trigger is a double action only. There's no hammer back here, so that's great for concealed because it means it's not going to get caught on things. But the bad part about it is, when you pull this trigger back, it's a very long double action pull, and it's double action every single time. You're not getting a double and single pull. So you're getting a very long pull every time, and because the gun is so light and small, you're gonna get a significant amount of recoil out of it. So if you're not an experienced shooter, this thing can scare you when you shoot it. So make sure, if you're interested in this gun, to go and shoot one first, and make sure it's to your liking. But overall, pros, very light, very concealable, small. On the con side, the trigger and the recoil are, not ideal. But I'm gonna give you guys just kind of rough pricing schemes on these, because price changes so much on these guns. It's hard to give you exact numbers, but you're probably gonna be in around the $300 range for that gun. So there you go. Next up on our list, we've got a Bersa Thunder 380. This gun I really like this gun, man. It's kind of overlooked by a lot of people, I think, but it's a great gun. It's a double action and a single action gun. It's got a safety here, which will act as a decocker on your hammer, which is really nice. So you've got a long, hard double action pull, as well as a single action, relatively crisp pull through. It's really nice. You've got a big magazine. You can hold 8 rounds in this thing, so you can get one in the chamber. You can carry 9 rounds, and the nice thing about this is, when you put that next round in there, you can decock this and carry it with one in the chamber, and be relatively very confident in this thing, because it's got the safety on. So first of all, that trigger's going nowhere, the hammer's going nowhere. Even if you take that safety off, you've still got that double action pull, which is a good peace of mind to have. So, and then just like with any other double action and single action, you pull that through, and then after that, it's going to be single action, crisp shots right after that. The biggest thing I want to talk about this, though, is it's a steel frame, so it's a lot heavier gun, and it's significantly bigger than the LCP. Now, what that means is, concealability, yeah, you're giving up a little bit of concealability. It's still a very small gun. You can conceal this quite easily, especially if you're a male. But the nice thing is, because it's got a little bit more heft and a little bit more size, you can shoot this at the range, and the recoil is not near as bad. So when you're shooting this, a lot of that weight is going to be taken up. taking up that recoil, and it's a lot easier to get kind of that range experience, get some good, nice target shooting, and I think it's a great gun for beginners, you know, like if you're teaching maybe your girlfriend or something to shoot, this is an awesome gun because it's a small frame, so her hands fit around it well, and it doesn't have a ton of recoil. It's shooting, you know, a 380, so it's a small round, and it's a heavy gun. So I think it's an excellent choice. I really, really do like this gun, and it's very affordable. You're gonna be right around still that $300 price range. You can go below that for some of the entry-level ones, higher for some of the more fancy ones, but right around there. All right, so next up we've got the infamous Glock 42. So this is Glock's single stack 380 handgun. You know, all polymer frame. It feels and looks just like any other Glock, except it's a little bit skinnier with that single stack, as well as just a little bit smaller than everything because of the 380 round. So it's a great looking gun. It feels great. You know, you've got 6 rounds in your magazine, so you can get a total of 7 in this thing. I will admit, out of the box, you know, your pinky is dropping on there, so I'm sure they have extenders or whatever it is, but out of the box, you are looking at a little bit shorter grip there. Not a big deal if you know what you're doing, but if you are new to the world, that could be a little bit disorienting. You're getting the standard Glock U sights, so that's really nice. And you're getting the Glock name, which is probably the biggest thing with this gun. It's very, very reliable. It can take a beating. And one of the nice things about it is it's got a good balance between light and heavy. You know, you can really, it's got enough heft, I guess, that it's gonna be able to take up some of that recoil in the range, so it'll be comfortable to shoot in the range, but it's still light enough that you can concealed carry it all day long, and it's not gonna be dragging your pants down, or, you know, you're not gonna be worrying about anything like that. So it's a very, very good kind of mid-range, just all-around gun. Like I said, it's got the Glock name, which is a big thing in and of itself. So for this guy, you're gonna be right around the $400 to $450 range, depending on where you get it, stuff like that. But yeah, it's a very, very awesome gun. All right, so now we're starting to get to the little bit higher quality stuff. We've got the Kimber Micro Carry 380 here. So this thing is awesome. This is just the stainless platform. It comes in lots of different colors, frames. You know, you can get some really, really fancy custom stuff with Kimber. But for the sake of this video, we've got just this stainless guy, and it is awesome. It feels very, very sturdy and strong. It feels like a very well-made gun. I like Kimbers. I think they're great guns. This holds 6 rounds in this magazine. You know, one of the chamber means you can get up to 7 with this guy. So the one different thing about this is it's a single action only. It's based on that 1911 frame. What that means is right now with this hammer back, if I pull the trigger, I get a very short, crisp trigger pull, but there's no double action trigger pull. So I can't pull this again, you know, without that hammer being back. So that is one thing that's you know, some people like, some people don't like about the gun. I personally love it. I think it's awesome. If you take it out to the range, you can get some really, really accurate shots, and it's just a blast of a little gun, man. It's very, very small, as you can see. It's very concealable. It is slightly heavier than some of the other guns, so keep that in mind for a concealed carry purpose. But I like that, again, because, you know, if you're at the range, it's going to take up some of that recoil. The trigger, it's just going to be a blast to shoot. One thing I will mention as well is these sights here are kind of built on that target sight system, so they're just blacked out sights, so you're not getting any dots, any fiber optics, anything like that. So keep that in mind. You can always, you know, switch out the sights, but out of the box, that's what you're going to be looking at. So that's the Kimber Micro Carry. I really, really like this gun. You're going to be around probably this $600-ish range for an entry-level Kimber Micro Carry, and you can get up, man, the sky's the limit for the custom ones. So that gives you an idea there. And then finally, we're talking about the Sig P228. Now, you guys know I'm a huge fan of this gun. I got one of these for Trisha, my wife, and she loves it. It's been an awesome, awesome gun. It's just so well built. It feels very, very sturdy. This one in particular is the new Sig 238 HD nickel. So this one's actually made out of stainless. So this one's quite a bit heavier than some of the other ones out there, but there's a ton of different options to choose from with the Sig 238s, and you can see all those on that website. But they're just such good feeling guns. They come with the extension on the mag, so you can get your pinky on there. You're looking at, I think, 6 rounds in this mag, plus 1 gives you a total of 7 to carry. But as you can see, my hand fits on there very, very easily, and it's it feels like, I don't know, I mean like a BMW, like you fit in this gun and it feels so nice. This is based on the 1911 frame as well, so you're getting a single action only pull, just like that Kimber micro carry. So if I pull the trigger right now with this back, you can see it's a very, very crisp trigger pull, but again, nothing's happening with that hammer forward. Same deal with the safety here. If I pull the safety up when the hammer is up, that hammer's not going anywhere, slide's not going anywhere. If I drop that safety and pull back the slide and then pull up my safety, I can pull that trigger all day long and that hammer is not going anywhere. Flip it off and it'll fire just like that. So it's a nice gun, it's a nice trigger system, nice safety system. There are a lot of different ways to carry the 1911. We have another video on that if that's something you're interested in. But one big perk with the SIGs is they come stock with night sights. Night sights are a huge deal to me when it comes to concealed carry guns. They're just, I don't know. I mean, you don't have to worry about your sights at night, right? You can see them great in the day, you can see them great in the night, and that's just a very important thing to me in concealed carry guns. So SIG comes stock with that, with this gun, and I think that's awesome. They also come with like a holster. I think the Kimber does as well. So it's just a good setup. You can, you know, the interchangeable grips, stuff like that. You can customize these things quite a bit. And yeah, I don't know. It just feels like a very, very solid gun and it shoots awesome. So price-wise, for this one, this is, like I said, the new HD nickel. So this one's gonna be a little bit on the higher end of the price spectrum, but you're probably gonna be between the $600 and $700 range for those. Again, that's gonna vary quite a bit depending on what model you wanna go with, but that gives you an idea for that Sig Sauer. So hopefully that list kind of covered everything for you guys. So we've got, depending on what you want to use the gun for, you know, if it's just a strictly concealed carry thing, if you want to take it to the range and shoot quite a bit with it, if it's something that you want to learn on and maybe use as concealed carry in the future, those are all things that need to go into your decision to buy, of which gun to buy. And hopefully this helps you out. You can go real small and real light. You can go a little bit heavier. You can go, you know, just really good quality. So there's a lot of different options to go. If you guys have any questions on any of these guns, please don't hesitate to contact me at greenlightshooting@gmail.com. You can view more details about them in the links in the description below. If you guys have any other ideas for what you would like to see in this top 380 list, for what you guys think might be really good guns, you know, leave them in the comments below. Let's get some good discussion going. And yeah, man, thanks so much for watching. I really hope this list helped you out, and we'll see you on the next video for Green Light Shooting.